warn many. If you've been with me any length of time, you've heard me warn many times in many different videos about the 100% rock solid, airtight surveillance, control, and punishment grid that's being set up by Flock Safety in concert with the networking of Palantir. And the cameras are just one phase of this Orwellian nightmare. As a matter of fact, it's become such a nightmare, not only in this country, but in other countries, that people are taken to the streets and they're doing something about these Flock Safety cameras.
We could all learn something from the people of Britain right now. There's these cameras, ultra low emission zone cameras, and they'll just charge you for driving around in the intercity areas. And as you can see here, they be cutting them down. They cut them down a lot. They call them blade runners because they roll around the city and just chop them down everywhere. And I know what you're thinking. There's probably 2 or 3 cameras they get. They probably get a few a day. 50% at any given time throughout the city of London. These cameras are cut down. That's how high of a rate these guys work at. As you can see here, a whole intersection getting hit at once. Absolutely amazing. That's what happens when people work together towards a shared goal.
And our shared goal is we don't want daddy government spying on us, telling on us, pursuing us, and punishing us at every turn. And you've heard it said, the safety of the people will always be the alibi of tyrants. And that's the alibi that Flock Safety and Palantir and police departments are using to implement their big brother dragnet. It's for your safety. You want to catch kidnappers and carjackers, don't you? You want to make sure criminals are eliminated from society, don't you? Well, this cop in Monroe County, Michigan is about to justify the use of not only Flock Safety cameras, but also drone technology that's going to network with these Flock Safety cameras and their license plate readers. Because if we thought these things are bad, well, this ain't nothing compared to the networking capability as they begin to work in concert with something like this. Listen to this cop's justification.
Kill, not just hurt, kill. It's a possibility. Yeah, right. And that bothers me too. We already have drones. We don't need drones that are triggered by the Flock cameras.
We did sign into a contract with Flock for the DFR program, who we already have for the LPRs throughout the county. This is going to integrate with the LPRs that we have. So if we get a stolen vehicle that drives through, it hits it, the drone pilot would automatically get an alert with the GPS coordinates and the location. Hit a button, the drone will go up to the predetermined altitude and fly directly to them. When the drone is being launched and flying to a location, the camera's facing straight forward. Once we're on site, the pilot takes over, tilt the camera down, and starts searching for whatever we're looking for. Once it needs a battery swap, it comes back, lands, we can send the other one right back up, and we can just leapfrog them to keep it in the air almost continuously. And obviously drones will only get better.
The technology is beneficial because it takes up the slack of how many police officers, right? How much funding is saved by implementing this? No different than the Flock cameras. It's essentially like having a police officer stationed at each of those locations that we have Flock cameras.
And we all know how safe we feel in the presence of a police officer. So just imagine a police officer at every street corner. Don't you feel real safe? Wait, what's this? Several police officers have been accused or convicted of misusing Flock Safety license plate reader cameras to track romantic partners, stalk individuals, or conduct unauthorized surveillance, sparking privacy concerns and leading to lawsuits. Recent incidents include a Milwaukee officer using the database 170 plus times for personal stalking and a Dayton officer resigning after bypassing system safeguards. And these are just a few examples. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Officer Jose Alaya was charged with attempted misconduct after using Flock cameras to track a dating partner and their ex over 170 times. With attempted misconduct, I would say that is definite intentional misconduct. Dayton, Ohio, a high-ranking officer resigned after an investigation found he failed to follow internal safeguards for the Flock camera system, and they're not giving any details about that. Joplin, Missouri, an officer was terminated following an investigation into improper use of the LPR system. Imagine when they take to the air and start using these drones, what kind of abuse is going to happen? Personal stalking cases. Reports indicate police have used LPR technology to track romantic interests at least 14 times in recent years. And these are only the ones we know about. And you can expect this misuse to continue and accelerate.
When is it too much and this is
Yes.
too much?
Absolutely.
You can have the vote, but I assure you my vote is no already. With these not even being in line of sight, how much do the drones weigh?
Just under 22 pounds.
22 pounds from 200 feet. How much is the G-force for that?
That's some calculations I don't
Yeah,
have.
right. Would you agree, even without doing calculations,
Oh,
that
can
That's where this video ends, but imagine that, a 22-pound drone falling from the sky onto your car or onto a playground full of kids or onto somebody's house. 22 pounds is the size and weight of 2 bowling balls. Flock Safety says, we're excited to join forces with Fly Aerodome, the leader in drone as first responder technology, in a strategic partnership that will integrate Aerodome's DFR solution with Flock's crime-solving platform. These drones even have license plate readers and thermal technology on board. And I can see a time in the future where they'll be fully armed, not only with tasers, but also with lethal weaponry. Here's Flock Safety to tell you all about it.
2025 has been an incredible year, not just for Flock Aerodome, but for Jonah's first responder programs across the country. Flock Aerodome has partnered with over 100 public safety agencies this year in developing the most advanced DFR program available.
It's like partnering with the mafia. We've partnered with the mafia so that we can make sure that if those hitmen are out there on the street, they're going to be as efficient and effective as possible.
Today I'm here to announce the future of Jonah's first responder technology. Imagine, as a DFR pilot, you're responding to an Amber Alert vehicle. You find the vehicle and it's driving down a busy highway. Now all you have to do is click the vehicle on the screen. The drone's camera will automatically start following that vehicle. But it's not just the camera. The drone itself will also follow the vehicle, matching rate and speed, and pulling behind the vehicle so you can naturally zoom your camera and read the license plate without having to do anything else. Even if the vehicle momentarily drives behind a building or a tree line, the drone will continuously follow that vehicle and recapture it as it exits that building area or the tree line.
In other words, there's no place for you to hide. Wherever you are, that's where we'll be. It's going to be like we're a law enforcement officer on every street corner and above every tree line. This is our Orwellian technological future. We are the all-seeing eye that never blinks.
Everything from tracking suspects to high-speed pursuits is now just one click away. Most DFR programs are operating out of real-time crime centers today, but that doesn't mean every DFR pilot has multiple people there ready to assist them at any given time.
Look at this. Constant surveillance, constant control, keeping all of us in line, surveilling all of us in case there's that one criminal who might steal a car, in case there's that one sicko who might go to that house and kidnap that kid. Now we're going to surveil every single one of you. You thought you had Fourth Amendment rights to be secure in your person? You don't. This is a new age, and it's all for your safety.
Things as simple as reading a license plate can take another pair of eyes and sometimes another pair of hands. That's why now all Flock Aerodome drones, even the ones that we've integrated, are ALPR cameras that fly. They'll automatically read the license plate when you zoom in.
Look how close that is. You can see in the back of this vehicle right here. They'll be able to see if you have a gun in your lap, if you have a cell phone, if your seatbelt's on. If you don't comply, we're gonna get you. And you know, there are so many laws out there that every single one of us breaks multiple laws every day. You're not going to be able to do that and get away with it now. Jaywalking, we saw you. Registration not up to date, we're going to get you. Not wearing your seatbelt, or you took that call from grandma while you sneakily put your phone in your lap, we see you and we will report you. Matter of fact, we're reporting you right now. Matter of fact, they have the technology to zoom in so close that let's say you are sitting in your car and you put in your password in your phone. They can get your password. They can see what you're looking at. what sites you go to, where you shop, who you talk to, who's in your address book.
And cross-reference your hot list to see if it's going to generate a flock hit or not. If it does generate a flock hit, that hit will go to Flock OS, Flock Nova, and Flock Freeform. This allows the pilot to focus.
This guy acts like this is the best thing since sliced bread. Oh my gosh, we're going to reduce crime. Society is going to be even better now, guys.
From the task at hand, which is safely piloting the drone. These new software features make it very easy for a single pilot to fly a single drone as effectively as possible at any given time. But what about flying more than one drone at a time? Sometimes you need to fly one drone to replace another drone on scene.
You know, I don't think we saw you activate your turn signal right there, and you kind of hit that solid yellow line, so that's another infraction.
But what about flying more than one drone at a time? Sometimes you need to fly one drone to replace another drone on scene, and sometimes you need to fly multiple drones to multiple calls for service. Today, Flock Aerodome now supports multi-drone functionality. This allows one pilot to decide which drone they want to launch at any given time and launch multiple drones as needed. Each drone can be flown through its own window, deconflicting by itself. This functionality is fully compliant with recent one-to-many FAA waivers issued to other agencies, allowing for pilots to fly more than one drone at a time.
So Flock Safety is working with the FAA, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies, and community leaders to set up this surveillance dragnet. And it's a revenue-generating monster. They will be selling your information to third-party clients, raking in tons of cash, selling your data, transmitting your habits, how you walk, how you look, what color your eyes are, who you're with, when you got there, what you're paying for. And all this data will be categorized and collated and gathered by Palantir Technologies, and all of your biometrics will be monetized.
Flying one drone at a time. We've talked about flying multiple drones at a time. But how do you fly a drone to a 911 call when no one is sitting in the drone pilot's chair? Agencies have told me personally, I love the idea of having 24/7 drone stations, but I can't yet do 24/7 staffing, especially on Wednesday graveyard shifts. The answer is simple. You shouldn't need to be sitting at the computer to launch a drone to a 911 call. That's why I'm excited to show you the new Flock Aerodome mobile app. The Flock Aerodome mobile app allows users to fully launch and fly a DFR mission from their iPhone or Android phone wherever they are. All you have to do is pull out your phone, clear your aircraft and airspace, and then select your mission. In this case, let's just go to a live Flock LPR hit nearby. All right, so we'll select the nearest drone station, and then we just launch the drone. You can still fly the drone via mobile controls in the same way you would on a computer, and you have nearly the exact same functionality. The drone can be easily dispatched to calls automatically with just one click. When you're on scene, you can easily use your zoom and thermal capabilities to check your surroundings. You can check your airspace easily, and of course,
You can check your zoom and your thermal capabilities. Thought you were going to jump into that bush and escape from the police because you don't want to get beat by a cop or bitten by a dog? Well, we got thermal technology. You're not going to be able to hide from us.
First, the app will alert you anytime an aircraft enters within a mile of your drone's airspace. The drone will still automatically deconflict from aircraft as they enter your airspace. When you're done with your mission, you just click return home, and you can watch the drone land on its dock, getting ready for the next mission in short order.
Yeah, getting ready for the next mission in short order. By the way, you are our mission. We are spying on you, and we will not stop. So you can call these actions desperate and extreme if you want. But in the opinion of many, these are just the actions of people who want to survive, not be spied on, and who desire freedom. Leave your thoughts about this for the